Hello and welcome again. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is August 10th. It's a Tuesday, and it's a big day for headlines right now. And let's get right to it. Thanks for watching. So we have major headlines today, but let's talk about what the market really cares most about. It's the infrastructure bill. The Senate passed in a bipartisan manner the $1 trillion package based upon infrastructure. Now, a lot can be said about this, sort of how we're going to pay for it, or more importantly, what's going to come down the road with another $3.5 trillion bill right behind it. And again, that's going to be higher taxes. We're going to talk about that in a second. But the bigger part of that is the infrastructure play of clean energy. Like we said before, here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management, we had our investment committee this morning, and we're talking about all the available opportunities built into this bill. Now, again, it still has to go to the House and have some sort of final details, and who knows what it actually looks like when it's complete. But that being said, the infrastructure well built in, right? It's going to get the U.S. more in line with the Paris Accord or more in line with ESG investing, and ultimately just taking better care of our infrastructure here, not only here today, but long into the future with some incentives built in. Again, like we said, the clean energy. And that then provides us here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management with great opportunities for just clean energy plays. We did this before when we had Obamacare. Again, the healthcare sector did quite well after that for our clients. So we're excited about the opportunities that are happening on a go-forward basis. Now, everything has sort of a give and a get, right? So we have another sort of $3.5 trillion behind it in a reconciliation bill. That could take quite some time between now and year end to pass. And what we're really going to get from that is more taxes, right? So there has to be that balance. If you're going to get something, you have to give something. And ultimately, we can see corporate taxes go from the historic lows right now of 21% to about 25%. And then we believe a base case right now, again, it's all sort of our base case as we're reading sort of our business journals and our independent research right now. And again, that can change. Anything can change, as we know. But right now we think a base case is pretty safe to say that markets are settled with higher taxes on a go-forward basis, specifically corporate as well as individual. We'll talk about that in a second, but maybe about 25% on a corporation on a go-forward basis, and that will be for next year. But again, they have to pass it, and they have a lot of work to do because this last infrastructure bill has taken quite some time, so it's burned up a lot of the calendar. And again, right now they have 3 branches of Congress, but remember, 2022, all bets are off. They have basically limited time if anything carries over from a negotiating standpoint or another bill. And then again, all the politicians are going for re-election. Not all of them, but the ones that have to basically get out of Washington, raise money, and go for the campaigning as the normal cycle happens when we have an election cycle, as we will mid-year next year. So we also have the individual rate right now in the highest tier. We could see 37 go to 39.6, but we've seen it there before. Again, it's not a shock to the system, so the markets can handle that within stride. The estate planning world and the exemption, so estate planning taxes we believe are going to go up in some fashion. Again, the Biden plan is very different than what the Senate and even sort of the House are proposing. So we're not going to spend too much time on that right now because a lot can happen there. But the exemption, the estate tax exemption, could come down, and meaning for husband and wife, you will have lower exemptions. That means what you do is, once we find out what really is the final number, we then start working on with our estate planning team. Again, I just gave another client a referral today with a local estate planning attorney because we are always in the world of making certain that our clients are well covered and well taken care of. So if you need a CPA or estate planning attorney, we're happy to make those personal introductions to stay ahead of this, if you will. That's the key to this right now. Stay ahead of this and have those conversations on what if scenarios so that you're locked and ready to go, and you can move nimbly as state laws or estate planning laws change as well. Capital gains, dividend income, and real estate taxes. Again, if it moves, it's probably going to be taxed in some form or fashion. But again, that's just it. It's the give and the get. And so it was a big day for the Senate today. I know the Senate was having a big sort of grand old party, if you will, from the Democrat side, not from the Republican side. At the White House, they wanted to have a really big presentation. But the headlines of the day, another headline, which New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned based upon obviously all the allegations that we've seen of late. But the business journals and the inside baseball information we're getting is that he strategically planned it at the same date and time of the announcement of the infrastructure bill, because he doesn't have too many friends in the Democratic Party as of late, and he wanted to send a very clear message that he wants to suck the headlines out of the, basically steal the thunder of what's happening in Washington right now, and send a very clear message of sort of how unfortunately narcissistic all these politicians really are. But we saw that across the headline, and markets obviously didn't move because of that, because that's non-consequential to just the markets that we're following. What really matters most is the infrastructure bill. But as you'll watch tonight, it'll be interesting to see which headline is reported first, the one that matters to the markets and matters to our clients, or the one that matters to those that are trying to sell publications and news. And we'll see how it gets in the news cycle. But if I was betting right now, I will tell you that Governor Cuomo will steal the thunder of the bipartisan Senate bill that was passed today. So it's always interesting, and it's always evolving, and it's always something new and different. So I want to follow up with that today, which is kind of behind the scenes, what we see and what we're paying attention to, and how we actually make that happen for our clients. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time, and stay healthy and safe. Take care.